Hello, hang on, give me just a second. Okay. Let's take some lotion on my hands here really quick. All right. Almost there. Oh no, now we got camera issue. We'll give it just a second and see if it clears up. There we go. So I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful day. Today is beautiful Friday. I'm in an awesome mood. Oh, good, you got your notebook. Okay. So I'm having my Angelica tea with honey in it today. And Angelica is a feminine herb, also known as archangel root, but it is a feminine. So I'll stick my notebook over there. I got everything right here. Oh no, I got a flipper. Okay, so we're gonna give it just a couple of minutes. How are you doing, Nancy? How are you doing, honey? Like I was a little early, so we'll give it a minute for everybody to come in the room. Sometimes people don't watch these until later. We've got I think it's 4 or 5 people who are out on vacation right now. So, you know, we're not going to have a whole lot of people coming in until they get done with their little transformations they're going through. But ooh, it's hot. We're going to have, it just came out of the brewery. It's so good, you know. We're going to have a topic today on yin and yang, divine masculine and divine feminine. Now, we just went through the inner child and the 7 layers of the aura. So, you know, we've got an idea of where the 7 layers are. Now, we're going to go into the topic of energy here. We're going to go into the topic of our yin and our yang energy and how to balance that out within our chakra and within our solar plexus, our auric shield and our auric layers. So this is a really good day for that. We're gonna wait until like 12:05. Yeah, give it 3 minutes. 12:05 because I know some of the ladies are traveling across town to get to their spot. I've gotten notifications on my telephone saying, "Hey, I'm running a few minutes late." So so we just be patient. We just be patient, and we'll just talk for a second. Do you have any questions so far, as far as the aura and the chakras go? Now let me pull out my little sketchbook here. I got the aura. Okay, we did this one last week, right? This is where we were last week. Okay. Ta-da. I still have not colored my inner child picture only because I ran out of my pens. So I will be getting those probably this week. What else we got in here? Okay. Oh, you want to play a peekaboo while we're waiting here, Nancy? You're feeling a lot lighter since you did this, since you worked on the inner child. So that's the aim. That's the goal here, is to get yourself feeling good, get yourself into that proper energy, so that you're feeling things good. So we're going to do a little peekaboo. I don't share these with anybody because it's something I've been working really hard on. And it's taken me a long time, but I'm going to give you a sneak peek if you promise not to tell. Like, you got to promise. Like, I don't ever take these out of the house. Okay, okay. So I'm going to take Nancy's promise as everybody else's promise too. All right. I feel like we're a unit here. We're a unit here, and I'm going to take the promise. All right. So I have been working on something extremely hard. Not saying it's hard for me to work on it, but saying I've been working very deep on it. And you know how everybody asks about the angel numbers and stuff in the morning show and stuff like that, and I just kind of act like I don't know a whole lot. But hey, you can go look it up. Well, not totally true. I have been creating a tarot deck of the angel numbers from 00 all the way through the angel numbers, and found where it connects in with the actual tarot deck and how it coincides. This is what me and the angels have been working on. So this one's the Fool. And, you know, where the past is getting left behind, everything's getting left behind. You've got total rebirth coming through. The hand of the earth comes through, and God's helping onto the golden path. Okay, and then we've got the Magician. Here's the Magician. Been working on these really hard. I'm not the greatest artist in the world, but this is what I've been doing with my inner child. This is what I've been doing as a healing practice for myself, as well as tapping in to the energy vibrations going on. And then now we've got the High Priestess. You notice that picture of that chick in there, right? She kind of looks like me. Creating a brand new world with the Hand of Spirit. And then here's the Rainbow Phoenix going through and bringing in the life force. So, you know, this is like, here I am. I'm coming up out of danger zone, coming into my divine path, getting released out from the old bondages, things like that. To the Magician, stepping into my magic, stepping into my power, getting back on task with who I am. And then the High Priestess, creating a brand new world, being divinely guided. You know, we got Jesus up here, we got Mother Mary and the Holy Father, of course. And, you know, so what do you think? I mean, do you like those? What do you think? I haven't had a chance. I haven't shown them to anyone. It's like, oh my God, can I keep my mouth shut? Next, I'm working on the Empress. I'm like all excited about this. So we're at 6 minutes in. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to get started on yin and yang and what comes forward. So I'm hoping these cards will be completed by the middle of next year. But it kind of goes as I'm feeling it. It kind of happens as I'm feeling it. And I've noticed as we're working on chakras and everything like that, it's kind of giving me a boost. Like for some reason, I went from working on the High Priestess and went directly into the Death card, like finishing something out so I can move it forward. Very interesting how it has landed, but I love my cards. They're like, oh wow, you know, the detail on them says it all. So angel numbers being the Terra. Angel numbers being the Terra. Love it. All right, so 7 layers. We went through the 7 layers in the Auric Shield. And in those 7 layers, you know, we're made of so many different energy vibrations. So many different energy vibrations. Every one of these chakras have a planet. We have a planet with every chakra, believe it or not. Let's go ahead and write those out so you can see them really quick on which planets go with which chakra. Okay, so your first chakra is chakra number 1. And I feel like this is important because planets are actually yin and yang energy. Believe it or not, planets are yin and yang energy. So we've got the first chakra. And the first chakra gravitates to the planet of Mars. I'm going to go ahead and just write this out and then I'll hold it up. Planet of Mars is chakra 1. So chakra 1 equals planet Mars. So you got planet Mars. Oh, you can't even see it hardly. Planet Mars is chakra 1. So this is your root chakra. And it is red. And the planet Mars gravitates with the first chakra. It's the chakra of action, the chakra of determination, getting things done, making things happen on a physical layer, on a physical level. Now, whether you're female or male, on the human body, Mars is coordinates to the first chakra. And it is masculine. It is masculine. So the first chakra is masculine, but it is your drive. It is your power of stability, your power of creation, the get it going energy. There are 7 planets of creation, and there are 7 planets connected in with our chakra system. So when God created us, he really knew what he was doing. You know, he really knew, okay, this planet's going to cause this, and we need to have this planet connected in with the first chakra to bring in forward motion so a person is actually getting things done in life and not sitting still. So it is the planet of action going into the first chakra, and it is a masculine energy. It's a masculine energy. So when things in your world seem harsh or something like that, you've got a lot of out of balance masculine energy going on in your stability, and it really does have effect on everything that's going on around you. So, you know, it can cause the second chakra to go out of balance. This is why it's so important for our yin and our yang to work together in unity, in a unity. So Mars bringing the power of action, but also brings the power of war. And so, you know, it is like a stable root chakra is balanced out and more focused in on the structure of things going on, the stability, the warmth, the holding up, you know, making things in a comfort. An out of balance root chakra, you've got, you know, situations where somebody could be abusive, or somebody could be, you know, just really out of balance, never feeling like they have a home, never feeling like they belong anywhere. That's all root chakra energy there. Okay, the second chakra, chakra 2, which is our orange chakra, believe it or not, is our Venus. It's Venus. So Venus is the second chakra, and this is our feminine. This is our feminine chakra. This is the chakra, and Venus looks like, let me get it to focus. I gotta hold still. Venus and Mars, the two symbols are right by CH1, CH2. These are the symbols of the planets, and they actually lay right in the chakra itself. So it's going to be, Mars is right inside of that chakra. Venus is right inside of this chakra here. So your second one is Venus, and it has to do with emotions, love, femininity, nurturing, development, the ability to mother, the ability to feel self-control and feel confident within oneself on a feminine level. So if this chakra is out of balance, you're going to see somebody like really, really closed down. Like they don't want to talk to a whole lot of people. They don't want to get out of the house. They don't want to have that happy-go-lucky life, because these two chakras, if the second chakra is out of balance, it's guaranteed the first chakra is probably out of balance. So if that helps, you know, because when you're working with your emotional energy and you're working with your drive and your stability, when these two chakras aren't working together unitized, and we're going to go into this, I'm actually going to use my little page. I wish I had it, actually, yeah, we're going to do it. I wish I had it to where I can just hold it and you can see right now, but YouTube only gives me the opportunity to use one camera. So I can't like change that out. But your root chakra, which is going to be, I'm just going to write it on here, your Mars, and then your Venus is your sacral chakra. Divine feminine energy, cuddling energy, the ability to nurture and bring in stability, work through these two chakras right here. So you got your Venus, you got your yin and your yang. So I got Venus on the left, which is the feminine, right? Divine feminine is left energy. divine masculine is right energy. So, it coincides. And then the way the chakras land are actually like this. So you see, I got this little line here. So this is a masculine, this is a masculine, this is a masculine, and then this one's a masculine. So you've got the first, the third, which third chakra is actually yin and yang. So let's correct that. It's actually yin and yang, but it bounces like this. So you got the first chakra, the third chakra, the fifth chakra, and the seventh chakra. If something's wrong with the first chakra, then the third, the fifth, and the seventh chakra could be out of balance. Okay. So now we've got the other chakras. So I'm going to bring this around and we go third eye, heart, solar plexus, and then there. So now we've got it over here where it's going from third eye, which is sixth chakra, to the heart chakra, to the solar plexus, because it's yin and yang, to the sacral chakra. And all these are connected together. And so it kind of makes like a synergy. So if this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Say these are our 7 chakras within our body, right? So it's going to go Mars, Venus, Sun. I'm just going to draw these out really quick. Sun, Moon, Mercury, Saturn, and Jupiter. Okay, 7 planets of creation. So I'm going to draw it just a little bigger on the symbols here so you see them. There's Jupiter, and that equals number 7. There's Saturn, and that equals number 6. 5 is Mercury. 4 is Moon, divine feminine. And then we got Sun, which is the third one, which is Sun, which is actually divine masculine. I say that the third chakra is yin and yang because it's where yin and yang conjunct together. Okay. So just know that it's where the child self and the middle self come together as a whole. It's the center point. And then we got Venus, which is the second. And then we got Mars, which is the first. Okay, so it's going to look like this. Let me just hold that up for just a moment. So watching these come together as a synergy. Why? Because when energy moves up, it takes the figure 8 up and it takes the figure 8 down, which synergies your energies. His synergies your energy. So if there's a chakra that's totally blocked off, then what's going to happen here is you're going to have a blocked flow of energy. So say in between the second and the third chakra, you got a blockage there. Say you had a surgery. Perfect for this. Say you have a back surgery, okay? And it's down in your lower spine. And so it's hitting chakra 1 and chakra 2, okay? That's going to be bringing in a flared up energy and could cut off chakra 1 and chakra 2 from your willpower for a little bit until that heals up. Okay, so anytime you have a surgery or something like that and an organ goes missing, one of these chakras is going to have a little bit of an imbalance. Now we're going to move on to chakra number 3. Chakra number 3 being the willpower, the ability of confidence, the ability of feeling stable and in the know-how, connecting to your higher wisdom. That's all sun energy. That's solar energy. Gosh dang. I might have, hang on. I'm gonna shut my light off. I'm gonna see if that's gonna help. I'm just gonna Hopefully it does. Okay, so does it? Yes, yes, it does. Okay, so you've got the third chakra, which is the sun chakra. Okay, it's solar plexus. This is where yin and yang unite. Yin and yang unite. Okay, and brings in that power of the sun energy, the solar energy, being of a masculine. But like I said, where yin and yang unite. So say somebody has a back issue, right? At the solar plexus, or you have a gallbladder removal or any of that, that's going to throw both yin and yang out of balance. It's going to throw both yin and yang out of balance. Now we're going to go ahead and move into the heart chakra. This is moon, definitely divine feminine energy. And the moon energy brings in the psychic intuition, the connection with the goddess, and, you know, the balance of femininity, the loving aspect, but it is also green and pink. Green and pink are both actually feminine energy. They're actually both a feminine energy. And so the heart chakra is made up of the feminine, divine feminine. And if it's closed off because of abuse, anything like that, then this person isn't dreaming of what they can have in life. They're not thinking about the beauty in life. They're only seeing the harshness, which makes it into the lower vibrational energy of yin and yang instead of the higher vibrational energy of yin and yang. So what's the difference between a lower vibrational energy of yin and yang versus a higher vibration energy of yin and yang? The difference is the lower vibrational energy is where you're going to find harshness, a lot of control issues, a lot of people trying to put people in their place, always wanting to be right, never ever letting anybody else have a balance or an equality. That is an example of both yin and yang out of balance in an individual. You know, where they might be having panic attacks all the time. They might be going through this period of time in their life where they really just don't know what to do. And they're at a breakdown point. That is what an imbalanced yin and yang can cause, is massive bipolar attitudes, okay? Or I'm hearing all these voices, you know, take it out of the fact that I'm a psychic and I do hear voices because I'm listening to my psyche. We're taking that out of there. I do my job, okay? But they may be hearing a lot of voices. Maybe they have a lot of energies or entities attached to them that's keeping them in a lower vibration, like some kind of a cuff is put over the top of their connection with higher self. So now that happens a lot at the heart chakra, at the heart chakra spot. Now going into throat chakra, this is Mercury. This is your communication. That's why when Mercury goes retrograde or something like that, you see a lot of people having a hard time expressing themselves. It's because Mercury's upside down. It's in reverse. It means face all your crud right now. When I turn direct, I want you to have this problem solved. You know, it's like your mental connection with your emotions and your feelers and your communications with all those people around you. And Mercury is masculine. Mercury is a masculine planet. Now we're going to go into, oh, and it's also the connection with higher self. Connection with higher self right there. Now we're going to go into, well, it's one of. Now all of them have connection in one way or another. They all have connection because they're a synergy. They're a synergy of energy. Okay. The sixth chakra is Saturn. Saturn, being the planet, is very feminine. Very feminine. Saturn is. A lot of people don't see Saturn as a feminine planet. But Saturn really, really is. And Saturn's also known as the planet of death. It's the planet of, you know, the scepter. Phew, take a head off. That's Saturn. And, you know, it's the third eye. It's the focus. It's the psyche. It's the trusting of the higher divine energy. And Saturn is also the first planet of creation. Believe it or not, it wasn't Jupiter being the first. Saturn is the first planet of creation, as of Saturday was the first day of creation. So going into that, the first thing you got to do when you're creating something is have vision. You got to have the ability to see things through, to see things forward motion. Allow yourself to tune into what it is you're doing. And so, therefore, Saturn is the third eye, sixth chakra, and is actually a feminine planet. People see it as masculine, it is not. And so, therefore, the psyche. Now we've got Jupiter being of the seventh chakra. Okay, this is masculine, but it's also connected into the higher sources of the divine holy light, the divine holy heavens, bringing it in through the crown, through the body, all the way through, down through into the solar plexus. This is the chakra that is connecting you to divine and holy light, divine and holy know-how, to your higher self, bringing the higher self from the seventh chakra, right there, connection to the middle self at the heart chakra, child self at the first chakra, or the center chakra being the third chakra. Now we go first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh chakras. First chakra being will, drive, know-how, emotions, and into so stability, into willpower and know-how, knowledge. This is the child self energy right there. Right here, when a kid's growing up, their focus is, I got a place to run, I got a place to play, I got a place to dream. I'm emotional. People love me. People don't love me. Do people love me? Do they not love me? Into, oh my God, I can create anything I want. I can do anything I want. This whole world's beautiful. Look at the sky. Look at the planets. Look at all the clouds, and look at those images in the clouds. You know, that's where the child's self is at. Seeing things for how they are in the physical world. And even on a soul level, the inner child sees everything. Inner child is yin and yang, just like we are. All the way through. You'll see little boys that act like girls, and you'll see little boys or little girls who act like little boys. You know, you've got a balance there. It's not until they hit their teenage years that you're really knowing which direction they're going, yin or yang. You know, you can have a really foo-foo little girl and know that she's always going to be really foo-foo through her life. You can have a tomboy little girl who, when they turn into a teenager, it's like, oh my God, did I break a nail? Because they finally see their beauty. They finally see their beauty, you know, and that's balance. You can see a little boy who's all boy and all masculine, and they stay all masculine, you know, and then you can see a little boy who's very feminine, and you can say one or two little things and they cry at a drop of a needle. You know, these things happen within our development and within our growth. And then later on in life, a lot of times those little boys are either one, a very sensitive person and they are very psychic, or two, a lot of times they turn out gay. And, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. I have nothing against that, but it is how they feel about themselves. Their feminine side takes over and they become a feminine man, or the masculine side takes over and you become a masculine woman. You know, I mean, it does happen. You were a tomboy. I too was a tomboy. I could out climb anyone. If somebody was going to jump off of a bridge into the water, I'd be the first one in. I wouldn't wait to see if, you know, there was something under that water I couldn't see. I was the daredevil. I'm pretty sure you were probably the same way, you know. If a boy picked on me, I'd be the first one to beat him up. It was like, dude, you can't take me. Are you kidding me? Check out my strength. You know, I mean, I was a very masculine little girl, but I wanted so badly to be feminine. It was just, you know, my dad got me Mr. T Hot Wheels and got my sister My Little Pony. You know, it was like, why does she get to be the girl? You know, it was just one of those things. But it was what I did that too. Yeah, it was just one of those things that I was. And I'm a strong female who brings a lot of women into their power. You know, that's who I became. So I had to like know how to be over the top of other people's energy when I was a kid. You know, it was like, that's who I was. I was never a bully. Never, ever a bully. Ever. I was that kid that if you were picking on somebody who was smaller than you, I was going to say something, and a lot of times getting me put into the net myself. And then praying to God I didn't get beat up or something like that. But when we're coming into who we are and coming into our balances, it's sides. And as you're coming together with both sides, what you're going to notice is you start forgiving things. You start forgiving yourself. You start forgiving the things that happen around you. You start seeing things in a higher light, a higher vibrational energy. You start seeing the possibilities that are endless, within yourself. Now, going from the heart chakra through the throat chakra, that's middle self energy right there. Or actually, it starts with solar plexus because we got to go from the solar plexus because that's where the child's self really, really comes into whom we truly are here. As we're growing, as we are maturing, and things that we do in our lives, going from solar plexus to throat chakra. This is where you learn how to express yourself through time. Yeah. Yeah. I'm in that forgiving energy right now. And oh gosh, Nancy, sometimes it's so hard. But especially when you didn't do something to somebody else and they're doing things and pointing the finger at you for nothing. So I understand that. The forgiving zone, forgiving my mom for the things she did when I was a kid, forgiving my father, forgiving my sister, forgiving the people around to tap into the higher aspect of who I am, and letting that, I don't want to call it a bondage, even though in some ways it kind of was. I want to call it a breaking of chains, like breaking out old chain patterns and stuff that came from childhood into adulthood and correcting them out, even for my children that are already adults. A lot of crying, like not sleeping at night, not, um, my mind's not slowing down type thing. People are saying, "Hey, Allie, you look really tired." Well, yeah, man, I'm doing big work. Like you're doing big work. Crying is the release. Crying is that cycle of letting go of those emotions that don't serve you anymore. So letting go of lower vibration yin and yang energy, letting go of old patterns, old habits, old ways of being, and developing this brand new way of being, and knowing and trusting that you got total control of the wheel. That's why we're drawing our pictures out. That's why we're drawing them out so we can get a really good visual on ourselves. And in doing this, it recreates us into a better image of who we want to be. And I want to use the word better. Why? Because you're improving yourself. Why not be proud of that and be confident that you can do so? Now we go into higher self chakra. That goes from the throat, actually it goes from the heart. Goes from the heart into the seventh chakra, which is all connection with divine light, all connection with the Christ light consciousness, all connection with divine masculine and divine feminine. And that energy sprouts through, coming through the crown chakra, all the way through the body, hitting the higher self, middle self, and child self connection into oneness, clear down into the roots. And what I felt when I was even just describing it and going through my vision with it was I felt the higher self coming in through the crown, and I can feel my energy coming through my body, and right at solar plexus, you want to flip it, and all the way down into my roots. Give that a try really quick. See how that feels to you, and leave a comment on how it feels, please. Because you're going to notice you can feel your own energy. You can feel it. There's been times where I was totally disconnected from my higher self due to, well, you're not going to like what I have to say, due to trusting other healers that weren't on the level I was at, and took me downsliding, and it was just like, oh my God, help me get out of this. Okay, so back into, okay, so I was disconnected from my higher self. And just holding your fingers, these are your pointers, okay? Get both your feet on the ground. And I want you to visualize like your head has a halo, right? Everybody's head has a halo because we have a crown chakra. Okay. So visualize your halo and stick your fingers right at the edge of those halos, right at the edge. Just notice mine's quite large. Okay. So you're visualizing the divine light coming in through your halo and connecting directly to the crown chakra right there. And then it comes together like so. Crown chakra, third eye. Keep pulling it, throat. Keep pulling it, heart. Get to solar plexus, down to the solar plexus. You can feel it, right? And then turn your hand like yay. You got it like this. Turn your hand, pointing it down, and then push from solar plexus to second chakra to first chakra down into your feet. And breathe. You feel that energy all the way around you. Could you feel your own energy? Your higher self coming in for a landing into your body. Try that for just a moment. Give yourself just a moment of that and feel it. You're going to feel your right side feeling a little bit different than your left side. Just let yourself do it for a minute and see how that feels. Now, once you see your toes in your toes, your higher self toes in your toes, that's when you're going to start feeling those roots start to grow at the bottom of your feet. You feel it? Isn't that cool? Isn't that cool? Now that you felt that and you've got yourself in that energy, right? Take your hands and go like this and just make an energy ball. See if you got any spark. Oh, yeah, I do. Definitely. You got any spark going on there? Any feeling of energy where you can take your energy and you can move it? You can put it into like a ball. You can put it like in, make it feel like it's like bubble gum between your fingers and pull it back and forth. You feel the difference in how much energy you have doing it now than when you tried it at the beginning of the chakra course? You see how your chakras are opening up? I think this is exciting. Like I get all into this. Like I can go and talk about chakras all day long and just be totally inspired. Totally the whole time and just tune my chakras the whole time. And it's beautiful. Now also, one way you can check and see if you've got anything in your energy field is by one, doing it again. This time, you're just focused on your energy. It's a stronger pull. Yeah, because your higher self is powerful, connected to the divine all the way around. Okay, so visualizing your fingers as the antenna. Bringing it down. Your hands go through the halo all the way down. Now, as you do this, go really slow. And you're going to see if you've got any aftercords in your energy field that need released out. Or if there's anything hanging around that's not yours, it's going to be a different color than the original color you're seeing. So just go slow. This is how I scan myself. Go slow. Get to solar plexus. Okay, there's one. And then bring it down and push through sacral, root, to the ground. All right. So I've got something in my solar plexus and my root. And that's what I saw. So I saw two cords. I saw solar plexus and I saw my root. And these have been the areas where I've had a little bit of pain going on in my body. So I've been like working on getting those out. They came from Peru. Like it's the final releasing from the stuff from Peru for me, which actually this month makes it 1 full year. So, you know, it takes a year and a day to close off a big cycle sometimes. But yeah, so do you have anything in any of your chakra? What did you see, Nancy? A lot of times when there's a lot of emotional stuff, you might see like a little vision or a cloud or something like that, that a memory pops in of something of the past that needs to kind of shift out. My color changed at my heart. Your color changed at your heart. What color did it go? And you've been emotional. You're releasing out some heart chakra stuff. Most likely feminine. Most likely feminine, needing nourishing, needing loved, needing somebody to tend to you because you've been tending to everybody else. Needing that extra bit of love and care. Oh, excuse me. When I put my hands on my heart chakra like this, kind of give me a little bit of burp, meaning we're releasing some energy here. So one thing you can do, Nancy, to kind of help balance out. Oh my gosh, we started working on heart chakra there. To kind of balance out dark red. Okay, so you got an energy there. Does your back hurt between your shoulder blades? Like at my root chakra, I saw some black stuff. So I was like, okay, well, that makes sense on what I'm releasing from because it was poisoning to me. You know, it wasn't healthy at all. It was very toxic. Okay, so you got pain between your back. That's heart chakra. Do you ever feel like your heart chakra right here is like really, really tight? Like it feels like it's kinked up, like something's holding on to it right here? Yeah. Okay. Hang on, I'm checking you. All right. So here's what we're going to do, Nancy. I want you to take your hands just like this all the time. Yep. It's because your heart chakra, I don't want to say it's in a cage, but something tells me it is. If you're having massive pains in between your shoulder blades, like that's where you're kinking up, that's where you're having a hard time, maybe having a hard time breathing, and then you feel something right here on your heart, like something's just holding it right there. You can't move beyond it. I want you to take your hands like this and just breathe for a second. And I want you to take your hands and I want you to fold them like a butterfly. Okay? Fold them like a butterfly and stick them over your heart. Just hold it like this for a second and breathe. Are you feeling anything anywhere else on your body when you do this? If I'm right, you're feeling something in the throat right here. Is that correct? And then a poking in the spine. Does that sound right? Because I'm like totally tuned to you right now. Yeah, okay, there it is. I can see it actually, Nancy. So what I want you to do is I want you to take your finger. Now this is a trick. It's an alley trick. Something, I figured out I could do. I want you to take your finger. I want you to visualize a key coming up out of your finger, a key. Feel the energy. Feel the key. Okay, feel mine. There you go. There you go. All right. Take that key and you're going to push it into the keyhole right there. I want you to unlock it. There it goes. Yeah, there it goes. Okay, Nats. Did you feel it unlock? Watch it unlock. You're going to feel it coming out your nipples a little. Believe it or not. Okay. Now just breathe. Come back to center point. Come back to butterfly. Come back to butterfly. Breathe. Okay, now I can feel your wings. Okay, Nancy, are you feeling your wings on your back like there's a relief? I want you to unlock the other lock. One side's unlocked, the other's not. I want you to see the other hole. See the other hole, the other keyhole. I want you to put your key in there. I want you to unlock it. It's going to look like a padlock coming undone. Wow, that's big. Okay. Breathe. Okay. I bet you can feel your inner child more right now. Just breathe. You're going to feel stuff coming off the lower back as you're doing this. Breathe. See yourself going into total pink all through your aura. Breathe. There's your inner child right there. Breathe. How are you feeling? Is that a little better? Yeah, it is. I can feel it lifting. I can feel it lifting. I'm very, very empathic, so I can feel the pains on other people's bodies. Just breathe. I want you to start drinking some Angelica tea with honey and cinnamon in it. Honey and cinnamon. It is a release. It is a burden that has been sitting upon you that you are letting go of. It's an outer energy, honey. It's an outer energy that was keeping your heart caged. Something that happened, probably an ex somewhere down the road, probably cursed your heart or something because you dumped them or something. It could have even been when you were a teenager, and it just kind of sat there. It sat there, a time of your life where you closed off, and now it's opening up. So I want you to rub. I want you to get some olive oil or something like that. And I want you to take that oil. I just want you to rub going counterclockwise on that chakra right here. Yeah, just breathe. You're going to feel it in your lungs. You're going to feel it in your belly. You're going to feel it. You're going to feel it. And you're going to feel it tightening and untightening, tightening and untightening. When we get done, after you work on this, if you go and take like a sea salt bath or something like that, it's going to help release this out. Yeah, there it goes. And you might feel it crawling up and going to the throat chakra. Are you feeling any of those sensations as you're releasing, like they're coming up? Like this is something that's been stuck there for a while. It's coming up. Keep rubbing. Like rub. Rub. Rub up to the throat. And I want you to take your fingers, lift your tongue. Pull out the cord. You're going to feel it. Pull. You keep pulling. Pull. Nobody has the right to make you shut up and not speak your truth. Pull. There you go. Right? Do you feel that? Welcome to your first energy movement on yourself. So pull it out from underneath the tongue. That happened because somebody was trying to shut you up. You were in the right, you weren't in the wrong. It was very masculine energy. Very masculine. Like not being able to express your feelings, your energy, and what's best for you. Okay. Now I'm feeling something right here, Nancy, on the heart. I want you to visualize a knife because that's what I'm seeing. And I want you to pull it out and break the knife in half. Break it. And then rub. See the whole fill. Fill the whole fill. Fill it up with pink, loving light, all the way through there. All the way through. Fill it. There you go. I'm feeling it even coming out here. There's something here. I want you to pull it there. Like this one, I feel like is more like a cord. I want you to take it and I want you to twist it counterclockwise and pull it out. Pull it out. And I want you to take it and I want you to break it. Break it in half. Break it in half. You don't need to bear anybody's symbols. Break it in half. And breathe. Now I'm feeling it in my hands. You feeling it in your hands? Okay. I want you to take it and I want you to pull it from every finger on the in-between. Pull it like it's strings, like you're pulling out puppet strings. Pull it. Pull it. Yep, put that in that hand. Pull it. Pull it. And pull it. And I want you to break those strings in half. You're not a puppet. Now move your kundalini or move your phalanges around. Move those phalanges. Now I'm feeling it here. Okay. And pull right there. Pull and break it. Now how are you feeling? I'm feeling a little lopsided. Why am I lopsided? Okay, right here, Nancy. Pull it off. Pull it off and break it. I want to look like a hand, just break it. Okay, how are you feeling now? Nancy, not very often, but sometimes I do energy work for people. If you need help pulling that crud out and you're having a hard time with it, you can always get an energy working, honey. You can always get an energy working. But I'm feeling that. And there's something like right here too. We're going to pull that and I'm going to break that chain out. Okay, I'm going to pull yours. Hang on. Okay, got it. Ow. All right, got it, Nancy. No problem. Yeah. You might want an energy working, sweetie. You got some astral cords because you stand up to people when they're in the wrong. And you might need just a little bit of help on that one. Just a little bit of help, not much. You wouldn't need a very long session, but you might want to get one when you got the time. Okay. So I want you to fill your owies. And I want you to start pulling your owies out. And I want you to break them. I want you to break those. And they're going to feel kind of, itchy, like they don't belong there. Okay. And we need to break those out of there so that you can have a clear vision and your gifts start working right. Because it feels like to me, somebody tried to put you in your place for standing up for people. Like you're a protector and your shield's been hit. Your shield's been hit. So we need to clean it off because it's hit and penetrate in through your etheric layer, which is the first chakra layer, and penetrated to the skin. And that's why you're having physical pain. Does that make sense? Like a hard time breathing, a hard time getting up and going to do the things you love doing. Even going on a daily walk can be difficult when you've got these kinds of cords. So, yeah, work on those. If you can't get them all out, contact me and I'll do healing on you. I don't do healings on very many people. I'd rather teach. But sometimes you need a little help getting those out of there, especially when you got somebody really thinking negative because you're stronger than they are. Okay, you're stronger than they are, and that's why it's going on. I mean, I'm feeling it in my ribs since we started working on your chakra, on your heart. I'm actually feeling in my ribs like something was just holding on to you. And now it's got to go. It's got to release out. So one thing you can do when you're in the bath is, the salt mixture that we make with the olive oil, the sea salt, and the Epsom. It was olive oil, sea salt, and Epsom salt. Add a little baking soda to it, like 1/4 cup of baking soda. And I want you to make it like thick. And I want you to use it as a scrub and get something like a rag that you could pack it onto and scrub the crud out of your spinal cord. Scrub the crud out of your spinal cord. Get your butt cheeks. Get through your legs. Get in between your legs, vaginal area, all those areas, all the way to your toes. And just let the water out after you get rinsed. And then wait a few minutes and start a new tub, because you're going to want to clean it off or shower it off when it goes. You don't want it lingering on your body. You can definitely, you're gonna feel this. You're gonna feel this, and by the time you get done, you're gonna be feeling somewhat better. But I'm feeling like you need an extra little hand in there, a little hand to go, oh, yeah, that was deep. Let's pull it. Sometimes you need a counteracting force. So that's what I'm really picking up, because it's been there for so long. And it's stuck in your memory energy. So the importance of having yin and yang and balance will have to do with how many cords you got too. And I feel like you got a few. I had two, and I do YouTube, so they come in all the time. Like, I'm cleaning them off all the time. That's why I know the stuff I know. Because I have to find a remedy for everything. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to close it off for the day. We've been in for almost an hour now. And do you have any questions whatsoever? Like, I feel like you're going to be learning how to remove energy off of people, and that's going to help you out a lot, because then you can move it off yourself. Angelica tea, like, use the root with cinnamon. Like, when I have cinnamon sticks, I'll just make the Angelica tea. I'll dip a cinnamon stick in the honey. I'll just really dip that sucker and stick it right into a cup and use it as the mixer. Makes the awesomest tea ever. All right. So make that tea, because it will help clean up the inside of your body. All right. And cinnamon is awesome for the heart chakra. Angelica gets rid of curses. So you want to drink the tea. Okay, sweetheart. I love you. I love all you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I am going to go ahead and post it out, and hopefully everybody gets an opportunity to watch it, because we had some really cool stuff happen today. And have many blessings throughout the day, guys. Bye.